That's supposed to be me, and this is Linguistics 1069, Bad Words and Taboo Terms. That's me again. I am Randall Eggert. The first thing you'll need is the textbook, which is called This Book is Taboo. It's by me, so of course it's good, and, well, you better read it. I've taught this class as a face-to-face class for about 6 years, and I like it. I like standing in front of a room, talking at a class of students, staring at me in rapt attention, laughing at my jokes. I like the immediacy, where you can just raise your hand and ask me a question. But back in the spring of 2013, I started offering the class as an online class, and I like it more than I expected to. So now you get to stare at me on a computer screen in rapt attention. You can still laugh at my jokes, and you can still ask me questions. But what I've found is that for an online class to work, it can't be about me. I have to be backgrounded, and the ideas, the how things work, have to be foregrounded. Also, for an online class to work, there has to be interaction. Lots of it. So that's supposed to be me here, pretending to multitask, talking on my phone and working on my computer at the same time. I don't actually do that. Okay, that's a student, and here's another student. The arrows are interaction. You get to ask me questions. I'll ask you questions. You should ask your classmates questions. The cool thing about an online class is we can be anywhere in the world and still be a class. Now let's talk about how the class will be organized. First, you'll be separated into posses. So the word posse is related to the word possibility. It means power or capability. And I like that. So the class will be divided into posses of about 20 students each. You'll work closely with those students for the semester, and you'll get to know each other well. One thing you'll do as a posse is prepare for the bi-weekly quizzes. The idea is that by working together, you can all learn the material better. But you're on your own for the quizzes themselves. You can't work together on them. A big part of the learning in this course is going to happen in discussions. Again, you'll be working within your posses, carrying on a conversation. I'll pose a question, and each of you will answer it. But I want this to be a conversation. You should respond to each other as well. The more you do this, the more you'll learn from each other, and the better you'll do on the exams. One thing, before I talk about the exams, this is something I've rarely had to deal with in a face-to-face class, because people are pretty polite to each other when they're in the same room. But something happens when you're online, and research confirms this. People feel licensed to be mean when they're corresponding over a computer. All I can say is, don't be mean. So don't write anything on the discussion boards that you wouldn't say to a classmate's or my face. Okay, there are 2 essay exams, and like the quizzes, you're on your own for those. With the first, I'll give you a question, and you'll write a 2-page essay to answer it. The second expands on the first exam. You'll be asked an expanded version of the question, and now you'll write 4 pages. All right, that's it. Let's get to work.